हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतय उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे। Hi everybody, hello. I cannot get this thing, so you know what, actually, hold on a minute because I could have a better angle. Give me a second. पुरुषाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रमूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। All right, y'all. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Okay, now I can adjust this thing better. Okay. Does that make a difference? I don't know. I call myself trying to get a better angle. I'm at a different angle now, y'all, in my house. I'm in my home office over here. So, all right, let's pause this real quick. All right, good evening, you guys. Good evening. Hello, hello. Happy Thanksgiving Eve to you guys. All right, so let's look at the Virgos. Let's look at the Virgos. We're going to use the Witch's Tarot deck for this reading. Okay, Witch's Tarot deck. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. And yeah, I will work on Thanksgiving. So if you guys need, especially if you need emergency same day readings, you can go to the website. The link is below. All right. I already know what I'm going to hear. A lot of people, my boyfriend, I didn't hear from him during the holidays. So does that mean that so-and-so? So yeah, it could be different reasons, different stuff going on for different folks, different strokes for different folks. Hello. All right. Let's ask spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels for the Virgo sun, moon, and rising. My cat absolutely loves the new rug. He is just going nuts for that rug. I have to show it to you guys a little bit later. All right, what messages do you have for the Virgo? What's going on for the Virgos and their love life current? All right, let's see here. Seven of Wands, Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. So some of you at the current are sort of stuck. You're sort of stuck. That's why the Seven of Wands comes up. Some of you have new relationships, but there is something unhealthy from the past that seems to be affecting you. It does have something to do with your, possibly your insecurities. Either that or a lot of you Virgos are doing the workaholic thing. That is not good to do the workaholic thing. Okay. That's not good for love. That's not good for your love life. That's not good for the people that you're dating. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay. Hey. I don't know what that kid was back there doing. I tried to be as gentle as possible. Okay. Cut it out. Cut that out. A lot of you are possibly doing the workaholic thing, but I can see that there's possibly some issues at work, or maybe there's even a new project that you're working on. Virgos, I've done Cancer and Leo, and you guys were the first ones that got the Four of Pentacles. So if you Virgos are overworking, or if you're working a lot, you need to stop working so hard and do what you got to do. I can see new relationships with a fire sign, or either some kind of earth sign. I can definitely see, hey, have a seat. I can definitely see feel like it's all about money manifestation or something right now. But I can see some sort of reunion that's happening right now for a lot of you Virgos. So new relationships are either reunions, but then also some of you literally, you need to unstick yourself. Because I was stuck like that. I got a Virgo moon. Okay. I got a Virgo moon, y'all. So I will stay stuck, and I will be a hermit, and I will stay stuck on the same thing forever and ever and ever in a day. And I stopped that. I stopped doing that. Okay. I totally stopped doing that. That's not good for you to do that. That's not good for you to stay stuck for so long. Okay. I can tell that that's what's going on because of the Seven of Wands. Okay. And yeah, you can be self-reliant and all of that. Sorry, guys. I had to take that off. Ooh, good Lord. You can be self-reliant and be all about self, but I don't know. That's not the best thing for you to do. Seriously. It's not about being desperate. My mother is a Virgo. My mother used to always call me desperate. She would always make some sort of, oh, I'm desperate women. Well, desperate is if you date anybody. It's like if you're dealing with anybody, my mother call you desperate. You could be dating anybody. Like you could be dating, and you know what, to be honest with you, when it comes to being a female, All these men got issues. All of them do. There's definitely some kind of love triangle that's going on, but it has to do with like an ex that wants money for like child support. So Virgo, you got somebody that's sort of bleeding you dry for child support or alimony, and you are a little bit bitter about it. You are, and you should be. It's almost like your punishment, isn't it? It's kind of like your punishment. All right, spirit guides, what messages do you have for Virgo? Hit the thumbs up, guys, also because that increases my live views, if you don't mind. They don't show all my live views. I don't believe they do. All right, spirit guides, what is in the past for the Virgos? What is in the past? Some of you Virgos are currently single, but you're getting ready to reunite with somebody. Okay. So we got 5 cards in the past. We got the Death card, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so there was definitely a big change. I feel like a lot of you Virgos, either you met somebody. So this could be you meeting somebody. I know that there was an ending. There's definitely an ending that just recently happened for a lot of you Virgos. Definitely an ending. Okay. Some kind of new beginning. This person looks like they are either earth, air, or water. Okay. So they're either another earth sign or another air sign. Not another air sign, but they are an air sign or they're water sign. Okay. So I can also see possible new job opportunity, maybe possibly working more hours. Okay. So I know how that feels. I have been there, done that. Okay, Virgo, I've been there, done that. I've been to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm just focused on my money and I'm not really worried about love. So I feel like a lot of y'all are doing that as well. So it ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I've done it, but you know, there is divine timing. So that like when it's time for you to not do that anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like when it's time for you to do something else, you know? Yeah. So yeah, it could be, yep, Capricorn, another Virgo, or a Taurus, or either a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, or either a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Spirits, clarify the Page of Pentacles. I think that's what I was going to clarify. Oh, yeah, there was definitely a new relationship, a new beginning. Clarify Knight of Swords. It ain't even about asking for help. It's about companionship and sex. Virgos are like, yeah, the Sun card comes up. So something that a lot of you Virgos have really been thinking about is your financial success, but then also you've been thinking about having kids. Like some of you that have not started having kids have been thinking about having kids. And then also you have been thinking about, like, you've been thinking a lot deeper about your energy and how it affects other people. So I think that's another thing that's been a thought process. But there's definitely a air sign that I feel like you're having a really good time with, or either a earth sign. Clarify the 3 of Cups, spirits. Okay, yeah. So a lot of you are dealing with, I feel like a lot of you Virgos, like you can't, this is what I will say. I feel like a lot of you Virgos have a good set of choices of people at the very least, or either all of these cards could be just one person. Okay, so it could just be one person. But for whoever, I feel like there was either somebody that you just met, or possibly, this is definitely, I can see a breakup, and I can see that you're moving on from that breakup. But it's really difficult because there was other things that were involved with the relationship that complicated things. Now, I will tell you that whatever this is, I can see some sort of new beginning in the recent to distant past with a person. And whoever this Chariot is, okay, the Chariot card comes up. This is a very positive card. So the Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Chariot, those are all amazing cards to get. I would want to get these cards if maybe that person is not quite ready to settle down with you, Virgo. Maybe, and so, but you can see here at the current that you dealing with your either an ex, you dealing with the past on some level right now at the moment. Spirit, give me some, you know what? Clarify the Seven of Wands. Why the seven? Shit. Why the Seven of Wands? Oh, Betty said she's okay. Yeah, the shadow side, aka the devil. So, yeah, this is really terrible. This is sad. I've been feeling that way too. Like, instead of being able to just live my life freely and to just progress forward, I've been feeling like this negative demon, this demonic entity, it just, and for me, I'm not that sensitive to it. I'm really not, but you know, some people really are. So, because I know I'm a Virgo moon, and I feel like that too. When you're ready to move forward, but you got some kind of attachment, bad attachment, some kind of bad energy attachment. Ooh. Y'all gonna have to throw some salt on that fire or something. Anyway. Yeah, you know what? A lot of y'all are scared to move forward. That's what it is. You're scared to move forward. Then also a lot of y'all are so used to this dysfunctional relationship with this person from the past. It's a very dysfunctional. I can sense somebody trying to train or program another person to accept narcissistic abuse, which can be really difficult to walk away from. Because, and see, I don't like this, but the other, like, I can sense a lot of you Virgos having some kind of lover from the past, and this person was extremely abusive to you, but they made it more, they more so sexualized it. And that's pretty devastating for a Virgo mind to go through that. So, yeah, something ain't right with that. Okay, spirit guides, what messages do you have for the Virgos about the future? Okay, what do you want them to know about the future? Definitely can see a recent ending to a relationship. Just let it go. Like, if it's toxic, let it go. A lot of you Virgos are having a hard time. And see, it's harder for you guys because, see, I'm only a Virgo moon, which means that I have a definite, I definitely can pick up on that. Like the things that, you know, what y'all go through, because stuff kind of sits and it festers. It just sits and festers inside of you. and you can't let it go. But when you're a water sign, more so, you can let stuff go. You know, this is why, for example, I know a couple of Virgos, for example, my mother, she knows how to hold grudges. My mother prides herself on holding grudges against people. So, you know, and it's this ability to, you know, do that. And it's so weird. So in the future, you got the 8 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and 7 of Pentacles. So I can definitely see you having feel like a lot of you Virgos, as far as with love, I can see a very attractive person. The Knight of Cups does not always just represent a water sign. What I'm sensing and picking up is that it's a very attractive person. Somebody that you have like a really, you know, deep attraction with. I can see them in the future. Definitely can see you being very lucky, but then being confused about it in the future, Virgo, because the 7 of Cups comes up. So, you know, you know how when somebody tells you that you're lucky to have somebody, you know how when somebody sees I feel like your significant other is so attractive that people will say to you, you are very lucky to have this person. Like I can see them as just being extremely attractive. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, according to whoever's beauty standards, who knows, there's some people that just possess beauty. So I can see them being very beautiful and very compassionate, okay? Because I feel like there's some things that you're dealing with, Virgo, even though I feel like you really do. Now, also with this 10 of Pentacles coming up, this is either moving in together, making some kind of commitment in the future. So if you're not single and you're with somebody, I can definitely see that commitment happening. And the 7 of Pentacles is a pretty good card to get in the future. It does represent, I feel like it represents good spirits and, you know, feeling like you're finally getting somewhere. You see what I'm saying? It's when you feel like, good evening, Sweet Venom. I feel like this card represents you feeling like you're finally getting somewhere, though. You know, just in life in general, because, you know, when it comes to relationships, who wants to be alone? A lot of you Virgos have a tendency to be alone. A lot of y'all do. Virgos are just automatic loners a lot of the time. But I feel like in this case, it was some sort of mental prison. And it did have something to do with your ex or either your experiences in life, going back to at least either 7 or 8 years ago or the age of 7 or 8. Okay. So, yeah, I can tell that that's what you're dealing with. I feel like it's like a mind over matter type of thing. And that's kind of how you've been sort of stuck, in particular with the Virgos that are single. Those of you that are single. Okay. 10 of Pentacles does, like I said, I can see commitments coming up, like possibly even during the holidays. Something coming up involving commitment. And then also I want to tell you guys to watch out. And if you're not wanting to, because I can see children. You see how there's a baby in that photo? So if you're not exactly ready to have a child, I would be careful, because, you know, I don't know, like the holidays can sometimes bring, you know, sexual holiday cheer or something. I don't know. Okay. Oh God, that's not good to have your kid kidnapped. That sucks. I've been there, done that. Seven of Cups comes up. It is some sort of like there is sort of, I feel like there's some sort of emotional issue or trauma that needs to be dealt with. Problem is with Virgos is that it's really, really hard to get Virgos to admit to when something ain't right with them. Like they will point the finger at you for 1,000,010 years before they admit they got some kind of problem. So yeah, y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop that, Virgo. Okay. Spirit guides, what messages do you have for the single Virgos? For the single Virgos. The Virgos that are perpetually alone. No, I want to be alone. I want to be alone forever. Be careful what you wish for. You'll regret those words one day. Oh, I just want to be alone forever. No. And then you got trust issues. You can tell you don't trust nobody. And, and then, but here comes this 9 of Cups. So you need to be careful what you wish for. Seriously. I swear to the goddess, this is so weird because I feel like I'm doing a reading for my mother. My mother is a Virgo. My mother is so negative about every freaking thing. She's negative. She's covertly negative too. So you need to be careful what you wish for because you may regret that someday. Who are you hurting besides yourself by saying, I'm just going to be alone? Then screw it. Well, you're not doing nothing but hurting yourself. So I can see that that's what's going on. And it really is a fear. It's a fear that a lot of you single Virgos have. You do. And you're stuck. You're stuck. You are. You stuck. Does have something to do with your root chakra. So that has something to do with your parents and your parents in relation to money and finance, because money messed up a lot of people. It did. Not having, you're kind of on camera, daughter.
Right now?
Mm-hmm. Not having money has messed up a lot of people. Okay, not having money. Yeah, the whole negativity thing. And okay, so Virgos have a tendency to be very OCD, and my mother is a Virgo and she's OCD. But my mother does have a boyfriend. It's like she wanted me to be alone and single, but it was okay for her to have a boyfriend. But as long as she sat around and complained and talked very negatively about him. So, and I don't know what it is about Virgos talking negatively about the person that they're dealing with. That's so weird. Why do y'all do that? I've had that issue with doing that too, but I have a theory. If somebody makes me feel some type of way, to where I'm even doing that, then it must be them and not me, for real. Especially if I'm feeling that type of way. So. Yeah. Spirit guides, what messages do you have for Virgos that are in relationships? What messages do you have for those folks? Yeah, and spend some time with them for real. Oh, shoot. Four of Cups, the Hanged Man, King of Pentacles, and the Magician. So these are the four cards that I got for those of you that are in relationships. Okay, what was the next card, I wonder? Spirits wanted that next card. You got yourself a trickster, Virgo. You know, it's definitely a trickster or a tricky spirit. I can definitely see a third party that right now at the moment is trying to tear down your relationship. And it seems to be having a negative effect on that whole situation. So now there also, it could be that your partner is cheating on you as well. So it could be that you're dealing with a cheater or either a manipulator. Okay. Now this King of Pentacles comes up as being very suspect. So this could be you, Virgo. This could be you being manipulative. This could be you, you know, sort of, I don't know, like, I mean, you can choose to be sad. I feel like I feel like for some of you Virgos, it's self-inflicted. For some of you, it's self-inflicted, but for some of you, you really do have somebody, that Magician coming up, somebody trying to, tear you down, trying to tear down whatever you have with a person, whoever that person is. You can tell that they're trying to do that at the moment. So also for some of you Virgos, you're dealing with a third party that is doing and practicing esoteric knowledge. And so they're trying to break you up with that other person. Either they're trying to break you up with that other person, or this third party, the third party is trying to break up. There's a third party outside of the relationship trying to break it up. So it may not be internal in the relationship, but it's still going to have a negative effect. I think it's because possibly there is a wound that is in the both of you. So you and your partner, there's a great deal of wounds that are happening right now, because if you're like this in a relationship, how your relationship gonna make it when you are like this, when you're the Four of Cups? Okay, so that's not a very good energy to have, and that energy is very weak. So this is why the situation has the risk of falling apart. Okay, and to me, I feel like, if a person doesn't want to put forth the effort, then, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? He has me in a third party that I just found out about. Oh Lord. Well, that's not good. Let me see what my oracle cards want to say to the Virgos, because y'all got some kind of mess brewing. Like I said, I saw in the future some of you Virgos making a commitment, or like I saw a commitment in the future. So, I guess, but I still can see somebody being manipulative. Like, I don't understand. For me, I feel like this: if you are a person that is trying to prevent or block me from being in a relationship, especially if I've made it clear that I don't want to be with you, then I feel like you're trying to kill somebody. So, for example, everybody needs love. Everybody needs to be touched. Everybody needs to be made love to. Everybody needs to be nurtured. Nobody just you're just gonna be that's your if your exes are doing that to you, or even if your lovers are doing that to you, They don't love you. They're trying to kill you. That's ridiculous, man. I don't get that. So I'm just telling you what I know to be true. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Let me get rid of this person. Bye. Weirdo. Okay. All right. Spirit guides, what messages do you have for the Virgos? Sorry, guys. We've got perverts on YouTube. So, okay. Interesting, Virgos. You guys got the fire elemental. So this is where a lot of you Virgos are just kind of like, blah. I just kind of want to sit around. And that's not necessarily the best thing for you to do. I feel like a lot of you Virgos are giving up on your love life. A lot of you. So the fire elemental does represent your Kundalini. It represents the divine flame. It represents your Kundalini, not only your Kundalini, but your key energy. So you guys really, I don't know if you need to maybe, maybe drink some red wine, or maybe drink some pomegranate juice or some grape juice, or, maybe light a red candle or something. But you guys really need to, get your Kundalini sparked instead of just sitting there collecting dust, because that's pretty much what you've been doing. Now, you also got gratitude card. So again, this is almost comparable to the Four of Cups that came up. And I feel like a lot of you are very lucky. And a lot of you have people that are nudging you and they're saying, hey, come out and play. And you're just kind of like, I don't want to. I want to stay in the house. A lot of you Virgos are doing that right now. You're doing that. Oh, let's go and look at the, let's go and look at the Christmas trees at the mall. No, I don't really like Christmas. I don't really like Christmas. I don't really want to do that. So I feel like, because what this is this card represents, I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. So I feel like a lot of you do have, as far as with your love life, you've got some people that are interested in you. Then you got the balance card. So there's definitely opposing forces right now in your life. But are you just going to say, okay, I'll just go sit in the corner? Okay, you said that I shouldn't enjoy life. Okay, I'll just go sit in the corner. No, Virgo, don't be a wuss puss. Okay, stop it. There are some people that would be. I had somebody come and tell me, you ain't going to buy no house, and you can't do this, and you ain't going to do that, and you ain't going to have no man, and you ain't going to have no baby, and you ain't going to have no happiness. That's an opposing force. So am I going to sit up here and go, oh my God, you're right. Come on, Virgo. You can fool everybody else, but you can't fool me. You can fool everybody else, but you cannot fool Jamila. You done had somebody else, and I can tell that it's somebody, and then especially, let me tell you what Virgos are especially sensitive to. They are sensitive to criticism of their partners. Virgos are extremely sensitive to that. Extremely, to the point where they'll sit and laugh at you with another person. But that's not the right thing to do. You don't just fold for people. So, Virgos can be some of the most weak-mindedness they can be. I'm sorry. I love you, Virgos, but I got to keep it real with you, and I got to keep it honest. You are allowing the opposing forces to change your perception. So your third eye chakra card, it's in the reverse position. There's a lot of stuff that you're not seeing about that. You're not really understanding what it is that you're doing. So I can definitely see, you know, those opposing forces in your love life. And then I feel like you're experiencing some imbalances. I felt like this weird stiffness around my third eye about 20 minutes ago. Like, and I had to kind of go like this. So something is going on with a lot of you Virgos, third eye. I feel like mind control, some kind of mind control, or just somebody, you know, somebody just being able to control you. And the way that you're able to control somebody is by controlling their mind. Okay, that's how you pretty much. So I feel like somebody said, you know what? You know, they were able to use the Jedi mind trick on you. But Virgo, the Jedi mind trick don't exist. It doesn't really exist. It only exists for those that are weak-minded. So you need to stop being weak-minded. Yep, root chakra comes up. The root chakra card is the next card. So your spirit guides are giving you direct instructions on what you need to do about your love life. And why would you sit there and push away those that you have in your life and then sit there and be sad? Why would you do that? Why would you feel that you would need to do that? For what purpose would that serve, Virgo? For what purpose would that serve? That's not gonna serve any purpose. Okay, it's really not. You know, I can definitely see that is what's going on with a lot of you Virgos. You gotta have some backbone. That's why that root chakra card came up. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. Now, another thing is something going on within the finances, but it's really not as bad as you think. And then also, you know, both go hand in hand. Whatever is affecting your love life is also affecting your finances. So you got to kill two birds with one stone. Okay. That's what the Oracle says. Let's do a final throw for the Virgos from the Legacy of the Divine Tarot deck. Again, if you guys need to reach me, the link to my website is below. I am open on the holidays. I do have like shorter hours. So I can do a couple of readings on Thanksgiving. So if you guys need me, you can contact me for either consultations or either readings. Okay. Video reading, you're probably not going to get that by tomorrow, a video reading, but sometimes I will get them done same day. So the quickest and fastest way to get a reading with me is to do a phone reading or either a Skype reading. Okay. What advice, final advice do you want to give to the Virgos moving forward? And what are you seeing for the Virgos in the future? Okay, as far as with their love life for the holidays. So, okay. Oh no, Virgo. So Virgo, I saw this in another reading that I was doing for you guys. You guys got the Fool card, the 5 of Coins, the High Priestess, the 6 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and the Hanging Man in the reverse position. So I can sense that a lot of you are sort of there is either a reunion that's happening during the holidays for a lot of you Virgos, some kind of love reunion, but I can see that there's some sort of problem. Now, the 5 of Coins comes up. This is when you either you lack financially, or if you're not connecting with your spirit guides, or if you're not connecting with your spirit guides, or if you're not connecting with your ancestors. So I'm sorry, there's a lot of you out there that, you're just Christian. You're Christian, but it's just something about that I don't know. You know, those are probably not necessarily all of your spirits. Maybe you need to feed your ancestors, maybe make them an offering. I don't know, because I can see that. But I definitely can tell that there's some new beginnings that's happening with the Fool card. There does seem to be a serious trust issue. There's a trust issue. And then the High Priestess tells me that there is some sort of unrequited love attachment that you guys need to let go of. Let that go. That ain't that's something that strips you of your, you know, of your energy. You need to let whatever that is go. There's some sort of relationship that I can see for a lot of you Virgos that is just really, it's a source of nothing. You're not going to get anything out of that. I can also see that there is a new relationship that's going to be coming up. And then a lot of you Virgos, like I said, I can see you running into lovers from the past. In particular, I can see a water sign or a fire sign. But Virgos, try not to go out there and start something just because you need to fill yourself up on fuel. Don't go out there and start something with somebody if you're not exactly sure about what you want with them. Because then you can have somebody to where they'll be, you know, wanting you, and then you'll just be all off somewhere. You know, you just wanted it for, you just kind of needed something. So I can tell that, you know, it's almost the, you know, so go ahead and make sure that you feel whatever that void is first before you. I can definitely see a new lover coming in for some of you, and then some of you reuniting with somebody. Definitely can see some endings too. There's definitely an ending for a lot of you Virgos with an air sign. Okay, it's either an air sign or a fire sign that you're ending things with. That person just really had a lot of negative things to say. Like, I've been around people, I've dealt with people that just have a lot of negative things to say all day. Like, my mother wasn't even that bad. And it does tend to have an effect on your brain. It does, to the point where you have to, you know, for me, I break free of negative people. If somebody's just constantly talking negative all the time, I don't want to be friends with them. I can't deal with them because something's going on with that person. And it's just like, now you're in a cycle of constant negativity about everything. Just that I can really see that. And, you know, that's where that Eight of Swords comes in. It's some kind of mental bondage. Okay. Now the Three of Wands comes up, which means that Virgo, you really need to get other people out of your relationship affairs. Stop going to people and asking them for advice. Follow your intuition. Even if you come to me and get a reading, I should be verifying and confirming what you're already doing. Now, some people are just totally blind, and I do, you know, just to let y'all know, there's some people you just can't see nothing. But you really need to stop depending on other people to tell you whether or not you want somebody that you want. I've noticed that Virgos do that a lot. Everybody and their mama got to approve of it, you know, and then Virgos are sensitive to what outsiders think of their lovers. So what do people always do, Virgo? They always say negative, fucked up shit about your lover. All the time. And you know why? It's because they know that you're sensitive to it. Okay, so I feel like that's something that you are going to be more clear on coming up. I do feel as though there is going to be some silver bells through the holidays. I can see the silver bells, but a lot of you are still going to be, there's this inner suffering. It's like beneath the surface. It's like lying beneath, like this deep ache inside of y'all. Like, it's something going on with that, because, and like, why don't you just let it go? Release yourself from that situation, Virgo. It is bondage. It is. You need to let that go. You don't always have to have the negative aspects of everything. No, you don't. You don't always have to, consider the negative in everything. You don't always have to do that, because again, you're creating it. Now, the hanging man in the reverse position is actually pretty positive, because what that represents is you seeing things for what they are. Okay, so whenever the hanged man is inverted, it's actually a lot more positive, because you're facing upward now as opposed to being facing downward. Now you're facing upward and you're able to see things very clearly. It is complicated though. Virgos are usually very complicated people. I just don't see how people do it sometimes. Oh, I'm joking. Very complicated. A lot of this is for those of you that are single though. Virgos have a tendency to stay single forever, or either they will get into these relationships with these impossible people that you could possibly not even be happy with. So it's almost like they'll punish themselves. So Virgo, y'all need to quit doing that. You need to go with what makes you happy. Go with what makes you happy. Now, for those of you that are single or heartbroken, I'm going to see if we're going to check it again one more time to see who's coming towards you. Because there's got to be somebody that's coming towards you, especially if you're single. Oh, goodness. Verbally abusive. That's not good. Okay, spirit guides. Who do you see coming up for the Virgo singles? Any lovers coming up for the holidays? I love having love during the holidays. There's no need to be alone during the holidays. There's no need to do that. Yeah, hermit crab. Yep. All right. What do you see for Virgo? Okay, yeah, because, and I noticed that. I just noticed that about the Virgos that I know. Okay, so who's coming towards you? The Three of Pentacles comes up. So there's definitely, I can see an earth sign for a lot of you Virgos. Definitely very uplifting energy. The Death card represents, I can see a water sign for some of you. So again, you're ending things. You're ending things because this Three of Pentacles, it is somebody that literally just interferes with all of your relationships. And it's kind of like, well, because for me, I'm a Virgo moon, but I prefer to choose my own partners. I don't want nobody choosing no partner for me. So you got an earth sign. There's a possible air sign coming in here, but this air sign seems to be an attachment. So you got this person is stalking you. This person that came up next to the devil. The card after that was the Nine of Wands. So this person is somebody that is really difficult for you to get away from. And it's because of the negativity. For some reason, it draws you in. The negativity is a draw for you, Virgo. Okay, have fun with that train wreck. Okay, Virgo, have fun with that train wreck. Okay. I can't deal with no train wrecks. And see, you know what? Some of the most stable people are supposed to be Virgos and earth signs. But if you have that negative aspect, then you'll be up and down. You'll be, 1 minute you'll be stable. The next minute you're not. And so, I just feel like this is a relationship that would be very unstable because every decision is made out of fear. And it just don't seem right. I feel like you're trying to break free of that. And then this person is really blocking a lot of stuff, Virgo. Y'all need to get rid of that. Y'all need to get rid of that. And you really need to get some kind of spiritual work done or something. Good grief. I am so sick of seeing this damn air sign blocking y'all and blocking y'all in. I am so sick of that. And then y'all can stay single for years and you'll just sit there and stay single. For me, not me. I'm not going to do it anymore. Time waits for no man. So all that waiting and wait game and all that stuff, you know, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be waiting 6-7 months for somebody to decide what they gonna do. That's too long. That's too long for a person. Like what are you gonna do in that time frame where you're, you know, yeah, I've done it. I did it after I broke up with my ex, but see, my ex was doing spiritual work on me. He wanted me to be single so bad that yeah, that's what he did. So I dealt with that for years and years. And then also it was kind of like I was comfortable in my routine, you know, and so yeah, you can be, but for me, I'm not comfortable being alone, not for the rest of my life. I know there's a lot of Virgos that, you know, that will do that. It's like, you know, they'll get their heart broke once and it's like, oh, I'm never going to do that again, because, you know, it hurt a lot. But when you think about it, what's really hurting is your ego. So that's what's really hurting. When you think back of the relationships where you got hurt, you know, and not all of them, the superficial ones. I can see you being tied up in the superficial ones. And that's where you got a problem. And you got to know the difference. You can tell how somebody makes you feel. Like if you're with them, if you are comfortable with them, you know what I'm saying? You can tell out. So you shouldn't be, I mean, you can't come to me and say, Jamila, how should I feel about this person? I can't tell you that. How do you feel around them? Do you feel good when you're around them? Do you feel calm? Do you feel anxious? Do you know, this is your body and your spirit are going to give you clues about that person. And to be honest with you, that nervousness, like being real nervous around a person, is not good. You should feel comfortable with the people that you're dealing with. Okay. If you're very, very nervous around somebody, that's a bad sign. Just saying. You know, I know that there's people that have social anxieties and stuff. And, you know, so yeah, but I had to express that to you guys because I noticed that that is the main thing when it comes to Virgos, is that, you know, you guys have a tendency to, I don't know, you guys have a tendency to just want to be alone in your own world and stuff. And that's, I don't know, I think it's kind of like overkill sometimes is what I will tell you. So yeah, if somebody is making you feel drained, then I would say that person is not good for you. But I will tell you that there's a difference between feeling drained and feeling relaxed. So I think a lot of people, they're just steady going and going and going, that when you finally, you know, when you do hook up with somebody, they're gonna, that's your heart chakra is gonna open, and sometimes maybe you're just a little bit more relaxed. Maybe you're not feeling so much like you're in Nazi Germany. Like I said, I've been feeling like it's like Nazi Germany, like I've been feeling like I've been dealing with neo-Nazis lately. So yeah. Anyway, Virgos, that's you guys' reading. Thank you so much for watching. Again, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all next time. Have a happy holiday. Okay. Love and light to you guys. And I'll see y'all later. All right. Bye.